Welcome back to Ada County Clink Chronicles. Sorry if that was loud. Today we're going over the 19th of August, 2025. Let's get right into it. Anthony, age 23, booked in at 11:43 p.m. Misdemeanor, driving under the influence. Second offense within 10 years. Well, I would hope so. The kid is only 23 years old. And a misdemeanor for driving without privileges. Anthony, what are you doing? You probably lost driving privileges until you've, squared away your first DUI. And it looks like you haven't. I don't know. I'm just assuming here. What are you doing, dude? You just like to play life on hard mode? Well, I don't. Aiden, age 35, booked in at 11:38 p.m. Felony controlled substance with intent to deliver. Felony flee or attempt to elude a police officer in a motor vehicle, which is never a good idea. Misdemeanor for resisting or obstructing officers, of course. And misdemeanor for drug paraphernalia. Yeah, I mean, you need a way to consume your drugs, right? Share them with your friends. No. Stop it, Aiden. This is not okay. Ada County Sheriff busted you, took away all your toys. And I'm glad. You need to clean up, dude. Drugs are bad. They will literally kill you. Keegan, age 21, booked in at 11:34 p.m. Felony controlled substance with intent to deliver also. And a failure to appear. Two different departments here, so two different, they weren't together, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. What's up with the shaved eyebrows? I naturally kind of have some weird lack of eyebrow on the outside. But I never thought about, shaving them. It looks kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of weird. Something different. Either way, Boise City PD, rolling in tough. Rolling in hot with another drug user off the street, and I am here for it. Taylor, age 26, booked in at 11:19 p.m. Misdemeanor, possession of marijuana, and misdemeanor for drug paraphernalia. Yeah, Taylor, see, we may not care, and I don't care about marijuana charges, whatever, but the police departments do. They have to. So don't smoke marijuana. Just go over to Oregon, right? Just across the border. You can just sit there in the parking lot, I think, and smoke. They're selling it right there, I'm pretty sure. Crystal, age 38, booked in at 11 p.m. Misdemeanor in park after dark. Park closure. She's got some serious sunshine. This actually looks like a sunburn. Misdemeanor for public intoxication and misdemeanor for open container. Were you floating a river, Crystal? I mean, I get that. I don't even think it's allowed to drink while you're floating the river, actually. But a lot of people do it. A lot of people do. So it's not like this is anything of surprise. I don't know why you're hanging out after dark, though. I mean, probably just having a good time with friends. But switch it back to home, right? Go home safely. Grab an Uber home if you've been drinking, right? Don't drive yourself after you've been drinking and exposed to this much sun, because that really makes it's like sitting in a hot tub, right? If you're drinking alcohol, it can make it affect you even faster because it's the heat. I don't know. Kayla, age 33, booked in at 9:38 p.m. Failure to appear for a felony charge, looks like. Randall, age 70, booked in at 9:34 p.m. Failure to appear. Luis, age 57, booked in at 8:53 p.m. Misdemeanor for driving under the influence. Not excessive. Looks like maybe it's his first charge. Well, at least within 10 years. I think that's how long DUIs last, right? I don't know. Yeah, don't drink and drive. Angela, age 52, booked in at 8:45 p.m. Failure to appear times 3. Come on, Angela. You seem like maybe you have this life together, but maybe not. Just putting it on hard mode again. Joseph, age 38, booked in at 7:40 p.m. I see some red glassy eyes here. Misdemeanor, drug paraphernalia. Misdemeanor for possession of marijuana, which makes sense. Misdemeanor driving reckless, which doesn't make sense. Usually you drive like a paranoid person, like 20 miles an hour under the speed limit. And, here it is. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe, Joseph, does marijuana get you jacked up or something? It makes me want to do nothing. It makes me want to go to sleep. That's why I don't smoke it anymore. Misdemeanor, failure to stop for damage, accident, or leaving the scene of. Yeah, this is why it's illegal. Whether or not I agree with it or not, but and this may not be the cause of your driving reckless. You could just be a reckless driver in general. I don't know. Either way, sounds like marijuana may not be the drug for you. Like no drugs. How about that? Try that. Jace, age 21, booked in at 7:40 p.m. Misdemeanor for driving reckless. Makes total sense. Kid's 21, and he's a young man. He's going to drive reckless. That's why your insurance is so high. You know, between ages of 16 and 25 for men. Jacob, age 34, booked in at 7:30 p.m. Misdemeanor for misdemeanor. Nicholas, age 39. Ooh, check out that mustache. Booked in at 7:17 p.m. Felony, controlled substance, and misdemeanor for drug paraphernalia. Awesome. Thank you, Boise City PD. One less drug user on the street. 39 years old. Man, you're grayer than I am. That's pretty gray. I'm a little older than you. Yeah, don't do drugs. Okay? It's really not good. Bruce, age 34, booked in at 7:11 p.m. Misdemeanor, domestic violence without traumatic injury against a household member. This stuff, again, just makes me sad. Just makes me sad in my heart. Your home is supposed to be your safe place, your domicile, your place of refuge, not a place for violence. You know, I don't know what happened, Bruce. Obviously just a misdemeanor and without traumatic, which is good. Thankfully, without traumatic. But either way, this stuff is not okay, man. Go to the gym. Hit the punching bag. Clinton, age 67, booked in at 6:37 p.m. Misdemeanor, indecent exposure. Clinton, what are you? Nobody wants to see your geriatric man parts. Okay? Nobody does. You probably don't even want to see it. Why are you flashing them? Thank you to Rottweiler Lover. Mooning somebody is not considered right indecent. I'm hoping. Oh gosh, my memory's fading. But so he must have been showing his man parts, his testicles maybe. I don't know. Don't do it. Come on. Michael, age 72, booked in at 4:41 p.m. Felony, domestic violence with traumatic injury. Geriatric beatings in the home. Great. You know, at this age, there could be like some kind of like dementia or something going on. I don't know. I don't know what the story is here. Either way, that's not supposed to be happening at the house. Doesn't matter if you've got a condition. That's still a charge, you know? Go get some help, Michael. Keep the home safe, please. Shirley, age 60, booked in at 4:01 p.m. Felony for burglary. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, Shirley, but you suck at being a thief. Thank you, Boise City PD, locking this clown up. Adina, age 25, booked in at 4 p.m. Holy. Were these two together? Nope, two different departments. What in the 11 freaking charges do we got here? 3 counts. Felony grand theft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts. Felony burglary. 2 more counts. Felony grand theft. Come on, so 5 of each. And misdemeanor for aiding in a misdemeanor. What are you doing, Adina? You're just a baby. 25. You could spend some serious time, right? Yikes. Well, I hope you learned your lesson. I don't know why you thought this was going to be okay in the first place. Earl, age 45, booked in at 3:50 p.m. Probation violation. Christian, age 26, booked in at 2:07 p.m. Revocation of bail. Misdemeanor for controlled substance and misdemeanor for driving without privileges. Well, you lucked out, man. They're just a couple of misdemeanors. I've seen that controlled substance be a felony pretty easy. Go fix it, man. You're still young. Kelsey, right? Kelsey? Yeah. Age 34, booked in at 2 p.m. Probation violation. For a felony. See, she's cute, man. I'd totally swipe right on that. That's why I stay off the dating apps. Just get myself in trouble. What in the name is this? Ido? My first name is E. Age 23, booked in at 1 p.m. Probation violation. That's kind of, real easy to fill out on the forms, right? So if you got to fill out your first name, just 2 letters. Reminds me of what my grandma used to say. My great grandma used to make that noise, when my great grandpa came over and like smacked her butt, and they're like 80 years old each. She'd be like, eh. Rest in peace. Love you, great grandma and grandpa. Miss you guys. Ronnie, age 44, booked in at 12:45 p.m. Failure to appear ×2. Austin, age 23, booked in at 11:34 a.m. Felony controlled substance and misdemeanor for battery. These might make sense. Boise City PD is coming in strong today with the drug users being removed. I love it. Thank you guys and gals. Appreciate it very much. Kylie, age 34, booked in at 11:30 a.m. Misdemeanor for misdemeanor. Sarah? Tough to say. Age 36, booked in at 11 a.m. Failure to appear. Is that like a shocked face? That reminds me of that emoji, like the eyes just wide open, just looking at you, like shock. Parker, age 22, booked in at 10:20 a.m. Misdemeanor for possession of marijuana and misdemeanor for drug paraphernalia. Yeah, Parker, they got you, man. You can't do it. Go over to Oregon. Enjoy your time over there. Grab a motel or something. I think they can still nip you for driving under the influence of marijuana also. So, yeah, grab a hotel. Just go over there. Or maybe move over there. I don't know. You can't do it here. That's all there is to it. Nathan, age 25, booked in at 8 a.m. Failure to appear. Jeffrey, age 40, booked in at 2:36 a.m. Misdemeanor in park after dark. We're seeing a lot more of these now. I wonder if they've increased patrols for the parks at this point. Because I don't know if we've seen in the previous months. I'm glad they're doing it, right? Obviously, there's it says the park is open from, sunrise to sunset or whatever time on those signs all over the place. And it's probably for the safety of everyone, right? Don't be hanging out in there after it's closed. Go home, Jeffrey. Travis, age 62, booked in at 12:39 a.m. Failure to appear. And that concludes the 19th of August, 2025. Thank you for the subs, and I will see you guys tomorrow.